Welcome back to the nation of Israel, which we have formed after taking down the Abbasid Empire. Not taken down, but seceding from. But that does not mean it is a walk in the park from here. We have the Tulunids all over to our west with a pretty terrifying force. We have the Byzantines, which I don't know if they're going to be friendly or not towards us at all. And three major world superpowers all around us, and we still are barely surviving. So let's let's do our best to try and survive a little bit longer. And what we are going to do is we are actually going to get gunpowder moving on here. If we are hoping to survive long term, we need to use this equipment to our advantage here. So one of the things that will do that will definitely be gunpowder troops. So we're going to try to do that in most of our places possible. Also, we need to just increase our tax income and just in general our income as a whole, because once Nehemiah dies, we have a lot to try and figure out. So we're going to slowly but surely try and build up and lose a little bit of stress in the meantime. That would sure be nice. I think we're going to have to choose a rather not good decision, and we're going to become rakish because it makes it so we get less stress in the long run, and we're near the end of our lives as well, so this is going to be something we could just have to deal with. And now, importantly, we are able to establish ourselves a holy order, which we love, and we will establish it in Jerusalem. Why not? Or I guess right outside Jerusalem. We're going to found the holy order, and we now have, let's see, the Zealots of Ar-Ramah. I'm not going to try to say that again, but that's pretty cool. We have our first holy order. Gotta love that. Got to love that. Our wife has sadly died of apoplexy. Well, kind of. Not too stressed. I actually lost stress from that, which is wild. But I need another spouse, so might as well. This is a little tough. My wife, confidant. You know what? We're going to, not that we need learning for her, but might as well. Let's do focus reading. What does that give us? If we get focus reading, we get learning for ourselves, 100 lifestyle experience. Let's do that. And then also this random woman here who doesn't hate me. And my daughter is home. That's cool. It's in proposal. And we can declare wars because why not? Why would we? We could bring him under tribute, which honestly, let's go for it. Might as well. Might as well. All right, we got our forces raised, so let's just sail right on down to the capital. And I think this will be a pretty chill one for us. So we're going to keep going down the health tree. We want to last as long as possible here because we are getting old pretty quick. Oh, and that was pretty instant. Son will get diligent. Love that. And almost completely done. I don't know if they've called in any allies, but if they have, that's a little tough because it's about to get very bad for them very quick. Yep. All right. Lovely. We now have our first tributary, which could be actually the method of conquering the world is just through tributaries. Because let's just say, I think I like money. We have been called to war for no idea exactly what, but I think this is someone. Let's see where it is. Somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. This is actually a lovely war for us to fight because this means we can actually attack the Tulunids. Now, it's not actually Tulunids we're attacking. It is one of the kind of vassals of them, but I think this still should be a good benefit to us. We're going to kind of sweep in here and go directly for their capital. And we've been called to another war. Honestly, we're going for it. Might as well. I'm not too stressed yet. Keyword is yet. Might to be stressed soon, but you know what? We're good at war, right? We're good at war. All right. We've gotten the first victory of the peasant uprising. Now we just need to deal with this. Oh, my other wife has died, and I'm losing stress. Man, this just does not seem good. Beautiful. And that's it. We've done it. We can disband all of our armies. And there's a scheme port, lovely. But we can also get another, oh, this just, you know what, let's just not think about this, because, you know what, actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take away the traits, because that's just wild, getting up. You're gonna go right now. That seems a little bit better. And if this was just not too perfect, we are able to consecrate our bloodline. Beautiful. Our fervor increases. We get the trait of Paragon, and our dynasty gets a 500 renown. That is beautiful, and that is exactly what we need. And we are off to do our second tributary war, because you know what? Might as well at this point. Now, I don't think, yes, we cannot raise troops in our tributaries' land, which is tough, but we're here to try out our new hand gutters. We just tried to swap them out because now since we have the ability to do gunpowder better, thought might as well try them out and see what happens with this. And then we can eventually get bombards as well, but this should be beautiful. Also, we need a core position rapidly, especially because we are old and dying. So, yeah, not exactly a, you know, great thing. All right, it looks like they are trying to go back and gain some land for themselves. This, though, my acquaintance is scheming against my wife. Oh, how dare he? And there we go. We have fame throughout the world. We now have another tributary. Oh, yes. This is beautiful. And we can now ransom off this wonderful man here. Oh, no. Amidst the chaos that engulfs the hills of Tigray, I attempt to catch my bearings. Across the field, I spot Yachin desperately fighting. Bazugolian, oh, how do you say that? Archers are slowly surrounding him. His exhaustion only too clear. He was struck by a stray arrow during a fierce skirmish. I could not have saved him. No parent should outlive their child. My brave son. Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, no. My poor son. Oh, and that was that the son of sons? I think it was it not? Let's see. Who is my heir? Okay, no, it wasn't my player heir son. Woo! All right, we're good. We can actually bring the entire Telunids under our tribute. Oh, this is such a terrible idea, but I think it's funny. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna raise all of our armies, and we're just gonna march on the Telunids and fight them for all we're worth. Can I do first transgressions? Yeah, that's tough. But on the upside, we now have mental resilience, which, you know what? We'll take it. And we can finally put to use our holy order. Are they the greatest thing in the world? No, not at all. But that is okay. That is a-okay. We will use them as a force to attack our enemies. And they are trying to take the land of Israel. Don't love that. So we're going to go and attack them ourselves and chase them down. And we've done it instantly. We've destroyed their armies. And what do you know? The Telunids are under our power. We have just another tributary. But we can unify the house, which means just our son comes back into our power, which again, that's cool and all. But we could also just bring them under tribute. So I like that idea. That's funny. And we raise all of our troops, and kind of the sad awkwardness of this is we're going to have to kind of take our son's land, first of all, because we don't want him rising up and trying to take us on. Now, they are in crippling debt, luckily. So I don't think they will be putting up too much of a significant fight. Another war, another battle down. And what I'm going to do already is I am going to start recruiting bombards, because this will, in the long run, be incredible comparatively to the trebuchets. So I don't think the trebuchets are... Where are you stationed at? Well, it doesn't actually matter, but that is good to see that it doesn't really matter. So we're going to put them into Jaffa, where we're replacing the light footmen. Now, they are unraised right now, and that is okay. I kind of want them to slowly but surely get up their numbers, and then we can eventually raise them later on and join them with our army. And I hope with this battle, we will actually just win straight up. We will. That is crazy. We can enforce our demands. And what do you know? The Abbasid Empire is our tributary. And we get another dynastic legacy. Or dynasty legacy, I should say. And we will do it with the inherited tactics to increase our men-at-arms counter efficiency. Now we've been called to war through our tributary instantly, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about. I think we should at least be able to do them one solid. So we're going to raise all of them up instantly. And who in the world are we fighting? We are fighting we are fighting Yemen. Lovely. All right, well, let's just march straight up for their capital. And we decimated them. We lost 8 men. They lost 3,600 men. Whew, that is called a stack wipe. That is beautiful. And we have it here. We won them the war that we needed to, which seems a very common thing, is we're able to take people over, and then instantly what happens is we are brought into some war of their own, which, you know what, I'm okay with. I think that's in the long run, that's something that I'm okay to do. And we can build ourselves our second military academy here, which is going to be just stunning for us. Stunning in every way. So let's build that up, and let's continue to increase the power of our gunpowder units. We have been called to war, and we're gonna go for it. But we're gonna manage things, hopefully, and try our best to not worry about what in the world's going on over there. And we're just gonna take back the land, which is our tributaries. All right, there is a plague in our land, and that is terrifying. I really don't want to die, so we are going to isolate the capital, though we are not going to enter seclusion quite yet. Now, we're already stressed, so we're going to develop the capital even more, and hope that we don't get overcome with stress. And we've been called to war again. But that's okay, because you know what? War is kind of what we do now. So we're gonna march down this way first, though, because nope. This way first, because I don't want to go through the plague-ridden land. And we've been called to fight the Byzantine. It's bollocks. All right, well, we're just gonna go straight there. We're going through plague-infested lands. Just go quick, sir. Go quick. The really tough part is I actually wanted to fight the Byzantines to bring them as a tributary. But that's gonna have to be something for later. All right, the people are coming in here trying to take some land. We are just gonna try to wipe them out in one fell swoop. Beautiful. Now we can attack the Byzantines. And you know what? We might just be able to take Constantinople straight off the bat. I don't think that's smart though, so we're gonna go this way. Sir, this way. Thank you. And just try to slowly but surely march our way up to help our allies out. All right, and we are just cooking through these defenses here with our bombards. That is incredible. I mean, this is just night and day. It is taking less than a month. I mean, look at this. Boom, done. That's crazy. So we need to make our way to our allies really quickly. We outlived a child. That's so sad. As you can tell, I'm heartbroken. So let's keep moving this way, and then now we can actually start taking on the Byzantines. And oh, nope, Jerusalem belongs to me. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're crazy. And we're gonna fight this, and we are going to dominate. Oh yeah, absolute domination. Wiped out the Byzantines. That was beautiful. Now I'm hoping we can I can pardon my spy master. Why would I? What did he do? Adulterer. It is tough. No way. One of the kings. That's so cool. Okay, well, we're just gonna ransom off all these prisoners because we don't need them. Because we're about to go to another war against the Byzantines to make them our tributary. Oh, I love this. I love this. All right, and instantly we have everything raised, and I think, you know what we're gonna do? Is we're gonna go straight for Constantinople, and we're gonna see if we can take it for the memes of this. Awesome. Some dude made or learned Hebrew. I can appreciate that for what that is. Beautiful. And then we're gonna see if we can take Byzantium. And let's see what. Oh my word! 36 days to take Byzantium. That is insane. Oh my word! That is so cool. All right. Well, that's that. I guess it's time to dominate the rest of this land. Yeah, bombards are broken officially, and I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, the tributaries keep on growing. Oh, I love this. Now I'm getting stressed, which is not good. But, oh my word, this is crazy. This is the... Oh, it's the wife of the Byzantine Empire, or emperor. You know what, we're gonna ransom her off straight up as is. We're gonna keep on to you though, because I'm guessing you probably have got a little bit more money left in you. But you know what? We're gonna be kind. We totally don't need the money. Or anything. So we're gonna do something pretty beautiful. We are going... Okay. My son and wife, or my wife died and... Okay, this is just terrible. Alright, we're gonna declare war on the Pope. We're gonna make him a tributary of ours. And he has no allies, at least as of now, which is so great. And if it was already not beautiful, we're just gonna march straight under Rome. Take it over. Rome is probably usually the second hardest place to conquer. And I think we're just gonna take the whole thing out in one fell swoop. And we're gonna take out their armies also. Beautiful. And he just hires more because he's the Pope. Doesn't matter. We're gonna take out everyone. Get all the war score. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on going, right? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. And we're gonna take all the land just to shove it in the Pope's face that we own him. And we enforce demands. So the Pope is now our tributary. And man, do I love it. He should like this better now. So we're going to impose a change. Beautiful. You should like us a little bit better. And then we can slowly but surely just make everyone be our tributaries. So Italy, you sure be a shame if you became a tributary, wouldn't it? And in fact, we're just gonna raise our men-at-arms because they're kind of broken at this point. So you know, let's just march on the capital. Let's go to the capital of Italy, right? Why not? And we have sailed up the river. We have taken Italy in a heartbeat. We literally just that was it. We lost 2 men, and they lost 5,500. Holy moly, that is insane. And also, someone's just submitting to us. That's cool. Enforce demands, so be it. And we got an artifact for our court. Man, we are just vibing a little too hard, I think. Italy is now a tributary of ours, the papacy, the Byzantines, the Tolunids, the Abbasids. Well, who next? Well, our favorite people to beat up, the French. It looks as though Italy needs our help, which, dare I say, no surprise. But that is okay. Oh, the Pope died. Oof. That's tough. And sure would be a shame if I could just go back in and declare war again. But we'll see. We have another person submitting to us. That's cool. Love that. It looks as though we're going to win this war pretty definitively. So we're going to go in, march in, take all this land. We're going to merge our troops as well. And this, again, is just our men-at-arms. So just our men-at-arms is larger than most countries' entire armies with levies. That is just beautiful. And we have dominated them like nothing. So we're going to disband them. Lovely. Italy is still our tributary. And we might as well just keep on going with the French after this, because we've got a ton of money now. So let's continue increasing the size of all of our regiments to the max. And then, okay, maybe not to the max, but we're going to give it a second. We're going to let them start to recruit. And, well, let's see. The evidence is circumstantial. Well, let's go. Let's go with it. And mental break. Okay, lovely. But we get a perk for it, so we'll take that. All right, we're gonna bring the French into tribute because they deserve it. You know, I feel like that's pretty uncontroversial. The French deserve to, you know, not be cool. And we are rapidly taking over this land. And what we're gonna do, actually, okay, our son still is not a believer. This is not good. All right, you're going to go there, and you're going to go there, and we're going to just make our way all the way to Paris. Okay, for some reason, when they split in half, they did not split perfectly in half, which is mildly infuriating. So we're going to come back here. We're just going to march all of our troops together then, because that's what we do. And we're going to fight the French on the open field, because that seems to be what they like the thought of. Well, complete and utter decimation is what you would say that was. We won 3 back-to-back battles. We lost 3 men, and 0 men. Okay, that's not a surprising one. We lost 3 men to their 10,000. Okay, I'm sorry. That is insane. The French do not deserve to rule upon this land. Yes, we have guns and they have sticks, but that's not... Still, that is wild. Off to our next victim, the Germans. We're now taking over German territory as the Israelis, and yes, I am aware of the impacts of this, historically speaking. So yeah, this is probably for the best. And the Germans are now our tributaries as well. All right, well, Germany, it's been nice. It's been lovely to have you join us for this wonderful time here. Now let's ransom off all of our prisoners. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let them all go. Not because we don't want the money. Trust me, we want the money, but we would rather have their opinion go up higher, because the more people that are happy with us, the better. And now with our antiquarian, or however you say that, we will now commission an artifact. And what we're going to do is we are going to try and reduce our stress enough that we can now develop our capital back up and work off stress again. Beautiful. Now we have increased everything we need to. Also, our son might die before we do. This dude is 61, drunkard, flagrant, and infirm. But this dude is a famous champion. Oh, 1 leg. Yep. Okay. He's intelligent. That's about it. And I think I might have found our man here. He's consecrated, athletic, intelligent, robust, and a theologian, which is always good. Insightful thinker, calm, humble. Fickle is the tough part, but that is okay. This might actually be the one we want to designate our heir. He is younger, at least, which is always good. And he is already a vassal, so he should gain just more land, if that's how that works. So I'm going to try designating the heir. It costs me 1,000 prestige, which actually, before I do that, what we can do, and this is going to be important, is establish the tradition by the sword. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the most broken tradition in the game. It simply allows you to do unlimited number of kingdom level holy wars. So when you come here, and if we were to say, look at Bulgaria and declare war, so they are, I think, further away from us, so we can't do adjacent holy wars. But for example, oh, we are the suzerain of. Let's find someone who we can. Anyways, it's not showing up, but basically, we can declare holy wars on people who do not have the same religion as us. Now, normally, you're only allowed to do once per lifetime, but with this, you can do unlimited, which is broken. And I love that. Yes, it looks as though we are prisoner of our own body. We are going to die very soon. We are the trait infirm, and I think that means we have about a year to live, which is very, very tough. So, you know what? Let's get as much done as we can before we die. We have been called to war, and I guess that's a good time to try out all of our guys. And I think I realized the reason when we split before our siege weapons, that they all went to one, is because we only had one actual men-at-arms regiment of them. But now we have two. Now, this one's pretty weak, but that means we can actually split our guys here. And you can see 65 now go with the correct area. So we are going to... Okay, there's a massive independence war being fought. And honestly, I don't think we care too much, but they are tributary of ours, so we're going to go up and we're going to help them as much as we can, but we're going to split our forces. Okay, why is it not letting me? We're going to split our forces a little bit to conquer the most land possible in the shortest amount of time. And just like that, instantly won the war for them. And I'm sure he appreciates that, so hopefully he will not leave us and freak out when we go. And we have the Water of Jordan. Thought we had that a while ago, but somehow we got it back. So we'll take it. All right, our vassal did something terrible. I don't know exactly what, because I clicked too quick. But the good part is he's in jail. So this is our prisoner and vassal. Now we can figure out what to do. Now he is a vassal of... What region does he own? This tiny little thing. Okay. Okay. So... not exactly a fierce person. So we're going to demand his conversion. He will not accept. Well, that's a real shame. Well, we can ransom him for 30 gold. So we're going to do that. Honestly, it is what it is. My vassal, again, is scheming against me. All right, well, we're throwing him in jail again. And we are going to... Okay, ma'am, why are you still here? Will you go? Okay, thank you. You're leaving. Will you now convert? No, you won't. I'm gonna have to banish you. Oh, it's an act of tyranny. Bruh. That was an act of tyranny. All right, we're banishing you. I don't care. You're leaving forever. Very well. So what we're going to do here is we are fabricating a claim on Florence, because why not? Because we can only declare holy wars for adjacent kingdoms. So the Byzantines, we can declare a holy war for the kingdom of whatever, the kingdom of Syria if we wanted, or Cyprus, which would not mind Cyprus. But also, I definitely want to wait till this is established in 20 months. So I need to fabricate a claim first, and then I can do a holy war for the kingdom of Italy. And then I can try to unify it, which then, if I can unify all of Italy, then I can dismantle the papacy. A beautiful crown for our king. We love that. I am sorry. I'm also building a road, if you can't tell, which is great in a lot of ways. But okay, Jaffa, pull it together, kid. Pull it together. Or Jaffa. We need to. Okay, calm down, man. You're about to die, anyways. And then we get a more work for you. That would be lovely. We get a stewardship perk. Professional workforce, we could use that because we want to build a lot of stuff, and let the traitor be known to all. Also, how in the world are we alive at 97? That's crazy. Our health is poor, so we might die very soon, but that is radical that we are still alive. All right. Our vassal here, we tried to ask for conversion, did not do it, so we can actually imprison him. So we're going to try to imprison him. If he doesn't, then that's funny. Yep, he's imprisoned. So that is lovely for us. We can now come here to the prison, and basically we can demand his conversion, or we can tell him to renounce claims, which I think makes a lot more sense. So we're going to have him just renounce claims. So when he goes back, he no longer will have claims on us, because something interesting, one of the reasons he was so mad at us is because he had a claim upon a lot of this land as well. That being said, now since he doesn't have claims, he is hoping, hopefully at least, you know, time will tell, things will be better for him. So absolute crown authority, that will never change, which is tough. One seat in the council, yeah, if you weren't, you know, stupid, respectfully. So he's not even the worst person ever, but you just can't give him that. And we will revoke his title anyways as well, and see what he does. And he does take it. So that's so now he's just a landless ruler, or landless person, which we can probably kill. Which that's terrible. I know the stress loss is huge, but we're gonna auto invite, And we're going to try our best to not get overwhelmed by stress. Lovely. The tough part is you get more prestige, but I don't want the risk of being killed off. The Hebrew culture has now embraced the by the sword tradition. That is what we need to do. So now we can declare unlimited amount of holy wars. But again, biggest thing we want is we want Italia so we can dismantle the papacy, which seems like a very fitting thing to do. And then eventually we can also found a new empire once we do that as well. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to declare war for the Kingdom of Cyprus. Actually, we're going to see if we can do just the Duchy of Cyprus, because since we are a king, we don't want to, have a claim on the kingdom. Actually, yes, we do. Of course we do. We just don't give that claim to them. And we want it for Cyprus because, you know what? Why not? Quite frankly. But no, more truthfully, it's, the reason is I get an unpressed claim. Lovely. Okay, so we'll deal with that later. But the reasoning is it's a little bit easier to kind of control this area than all of that. So we're going to just march our way up here and outlived a child. That is a shame. So, oh, but it's the child who was not a believer. All right, we're happy with this. We are so happy with this. All right, so our grandson, 37. Yes, you will be the one. You are a consecrated blood, diligent, forgiving, patient. If you are not an absolute legend, then I don't know what we're going to do. So let's form up everyone. Let's split you off into two. We'll have one go this way and one go this way, and we'll just conquer the Byzantines from the bottom up. And we have conquered like half of the land here before they can even get close to us. And we're going to win the war just based off of taking so much land. That is insane. We didn't even have to take Byzantium, and I love it. All right, we can create the Kingdom of Cyprus, which now we have the title for, which is lovely. And this dude actually isn't the worst, but again, he's not as good as a lot of other people we have. So what we are going to try to do is, after we marry our daughter off to someone like you, I don't know how you have that trait with that haircut, but you know what? You do you. You do you. What we can do is we can try to demand conversion. So let's see what happens, what he does. Does he accept? He does not, but that means he's a criminal, which means I can imprison him and revoke his title if I really wanted to. So we're going to do that. We're going to imprison him because he might try to secede, but yeah, good. He is in prison. So what we can do then is move him to dungeon, and then I believe this means we can kind of decide what in the world we want to do. So we can, let's see, if we negotiate release, can we demand conversion? Yes, we can. Do we want him to do that? Or would we rather have our kids take it? I think we'd honestly rather have our kids take this land. We can revoke the High Chiefdom of Cyprus. And I think that's what we'll do, actually. So let's take it. Let's take the whole thing. Revoke the title, just so. And can we revoke even more titles? No, we can't, because we've already done so much. We'll negotiate release. Demand conversion. Lovely. Lovely. There we go. And we now have completely the titles for this land here. Now, I don't really want this land. Now, I could have it. Yes, I could. I don't want it, though. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give it away to one of our kids, who is still at least halfway alive. Okay, all of our kids are ancient. What happened to our kid who was like... There you are. This dude is not our primary heir. That is okay. So we're actually going to give him this land. All right, lovely. And then now we can declare war for our claims. Actually, can I just do a duchy claim directly? I can. Well, in that case, we'll do the Duchy of Tuscany. And we'll raise all of our armies as well. Or at least our men-at-arms. And we are now conquering Italy as well as we speak. And this is not even a close war because they have not even, gotten too far. Now we're actually going to try. Actually, we can't take Genoa. Never mind. Because Genoa has the walls of Genoa, which means it is really hard to take it because it goes at fort level up 2, which is quite a lot to say the least. But I highly doubt that'll stop our bombards. But we have now taken the title of, what is this duchy again? Tuscany. Lovely. So now, if we want, we can now declare war. Just kidding. We can't declare holy war, and I don't know why. I wake in the middle of the night to see a dark figure in my chambers. I know not what has happened to my guards, but when I see the glint of moonlight reflecting off the blade, I know that it is too late for me. A sufficiently sharp dagger makes this little sound as it pierces flesh. And through the rush of agonizing pain, I cannot tell if my screams are any more audible. As death claims me, there's not a moment of doubt in my mind who brought this upon me. Amir Mukhtar. What? What? I'm dead! But I am playing as my son. And oh my word, we have some issues here. So we're definitely going stewardship, domain focus. You are already administrator. That is incredible. Oh, we have a lot of issues here. We want to sear our house. Okay, we don't care about our house unity. Wow, there's a lot of things. Empty council positions. We'll assign our player heir and vassal. Train commanders. That's good. I mean, I'm assuming we don't need to. Yeah, we're going to train commanders, and we still have some of our holdings, but not all of them. So sadly, this one, which is our beautifully broken holding, we do not have. So we're gonna have to take that back from our cousin. We're also losing 70 a day from the armies that we've raised. That is insane. We need to figure this out rapidly. Otherwise, we are about to be broke.
One eternity later.
Welcome back. The year is 960 and a lot has happened. For one, we are a lunatic. Woo! That's fun. And we are about to die as well. We have 4 health. Not about to die, I shouldn't say. But we're just not doing too great. But we have slowly but surely clawed our way back so that when we're at war, we're only losing 7 gold per month instead of something like 100 it was. So our military is rapidly shrunk down. We've destroyed the 2 different regiments, really tried to get it down to what we need to. And yeah, we've taken basically all of Italy. We beat up France because they came into Italy and tried to take it. That was not cool. So now we just have this tiny little duchy to get, which we can't for another 3 years. But we also have the papacy. And we can actually just completely take the duchy of the papacy right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to raise just our men-at-arms, as always. They have a ton of people because, well, they're the papacy and they have money like no one's business. So we're going to go in. We're just going to wipe all of them out in one swoop here. Yeah. And you know what? The papal war banner, we love it. And in fact, let's put it up right now in our court. The center of it. We get prestige per dread. Not a lot. And we're only losing 2 gold. That's also nice. And let's just go straight into Rome. Or basically straight to Rome. And do we... I can be a friend with the King of France? No. Why would I ever want to be friends with French? My goodness. Who do they think I am? Oh, we already won. Nice. All right. Well, we now have taken over Rome ourselves. So there's a few things we want to do. We want to make sure that this goes to someone who we like. Preferably a son of ours or someone at least within our family, which luckily basically everyone is in our family here. And we have this guy who is Herculean and quick, which I do love. He is 44, but that is not the worst thing in the world. So we're going to give him this entire region. And then once we can usurp this from the Pope, costs 250 gold, which that'll come very soon. We can do that. Wait a minute. What? A Greek man from Libya? Increased representation. No. Sorry, not happening. And the Christian faith has crusades. Bollocks. I was hoping oh man, I was hoping to do away with the papacy before the crusades, but alas, we didn't make it quite make it, but that's okay. We now have the amount that we need to usurp Latium. So we're going to do that, usurp the title, give that to our cousin, and then eventually we'd love to make him the actual king of Romagna. Yeah, that word. And then we can form the kingdom of Italy, pass that off, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we don't really want all this land. All we want to do is dismantle the papacy. And that would, I think, be the most fun thing that we could do. So we need to wait just long enough to declare the war. But we have 2 years, and then we can declare that war. So we actually do need to do this because, yes, we're going to lose a ton of legitimacy. And that's okay, because let's be real, we're not super legitimate anyways. But because I'm worried what will happen is we have not created yet a empire title. We can't. We don't have enough yet. Oh, our fame is not high enough. Bottles, that is tough. Well, we're not going to get there at any time soon, especially with us dying. But the reasoning is because when you look at succession, we are losing the title of Italy, of the Kingdom of Italy, and we don't have an empire, so we're only at kingdom titles. So the issue with that is then Italy will go to my brother, which means I will not have the ability to actually, okay, I got a stewardship perk. This is not going to matter as of right now. So, oh, this is actually so rough. Okay, well, we just need to march in here quickly and dismantle the papacy before anything happens. Okay, we've done that first battle. Beautiful. We've taken the second one. Enforce demands. So be it. Disband. Dismantle the papacy. Yes, we have dismantled the papacy. Beautiful. Oh, we have done it. And with that, we have done it. We have formed the kind of the nation of Italy. Not really, but we've taken it. We have dismantled the papacy. And we are still as powerful as ever. Now, 2 things need to happen. We need to get rid of this land, or after we form an empire of some kinds, we have the empire of Israel, even though it will just be a tiny little region. But also, we need more money. We are not quite getting the money we need. So, that seems to be a problem. But we've dismantled the papacy. We've gotten a decent amount of money. We have a strong army, but we need to keep on growing. But that's for next time. And next time, we will probably be dead. But you know what? It is what it is. It's always fun trying to figure out what's happening in CK3. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, we'll really appreciate if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe as well to see what's going to happen next. And I will see you all next time.